and we'll see.
We'll see.
I chose Wix for
Awesome.
my business because of its massive scope for functionality and...
Awesome. That was good. Bukana manga. What the hell is this? They bring Cenk on.
Demands for a full ceasefire are now growing across the world. One of my next guests, Cenk Uygur, has been among the loudest voices calling for one. His name was written on an Israeli.
I'll watch one more. I'll watch this. Cenk is. I like Cenk.
Palestinian guests on this show.
Oh yeah, they wrote people's names on it. Yeah, they wrote Mohammed Ajad, Cenk, Andrew Tate, that guy on Twitter called Jackson Hinkle, Jake Shields. Yeah, they wrote all the big Twitter guys that and YouTube guys that have been pro-Palestinian. That's awesome.
Democratic presidential candidate Cenk Uygur, Mosab Hassan Yousef, the son of the Hamas co-founder Sheikh Hassan Yousef.
Dude, look at him.
Terror group since defecting in the 90s. And the former Chelsea and Israel manager Avram Grant joins me live in the studio. Avram, great to see you, and I'll come to you in just a moment. Cenk, I want to start with you because pretty extraordinary to see your name scrawled on a IDF bomb. Just first of all, what was your response to that?
Not my friend, but...
Yeah, it's of course disheartening to see it. It's sick. They're going to drop those bombs on Palestinian civilians. They're probably going to murder babies and grandmothers with those bombs. That's why if I'm president, I won't send Israel a single dollar.
Good.
Not only the $14 billion they're considering now, but I would end all funding to Israel as they have massacred civilian after civilian, 19,000 dead,
I got more respect for Cenk lately.
Butchered. I do not want a single American.
He's been going against his bitch of it. He presents TYT with this other bitch called Anna something. And Anna did an interview with Ben Shapiro when Cenk would probably never do that. She was being all reasonable with him and Cenk was like, fuck you, I ain't taking your shit. Anna's all about clout and her sound of her own voice. At least Cenk actually gives a shit. When I see, I'm using my soul powers again. When I look into Anna Kasparian's eyes, I see a fucking sociopath looking for clout. But when I see this guy, he's legit. He actually cares.
Tax dollar going to,
even though he's fucking atheist,
Israel commit war crimes. And if they think they're going to intimidate me by putting my name on their bombs, they've got another thought coming to them.
We're at a state in this war where Hamas is believed to have around 35,000 terrorists.
Dude, look at the death stare of the third guy, the son of a former Hamas leader. Look at the death stare he's got. Fucking hell.
7,000 to 8,000, if you accept the IDF figures, have been killed, and that's not been
He's
confirmed.
a boogeyman, he's scary.
If that is the case, that's only 20% of the total. That means that 80% of Hamas terrorists have not been killed yet. Again, I'm staying with you, Cenk, for this. I mean, if you're Israel and your mission statement is to eradicate Hamas, the calls for a ceasefire are going to fall on deaf ears, aren't they? Because they're determined, as we can hear from all the rhetoric, to finish the job as they see it.
Yeah, so let's be clear. I mean, I saw the Mark Regev on before me.
Autistic.
The propagandist for Israel that you had on. And first of all, he thought it was funny that my name was on the bombs. I don't think that the children that they're murdering think it's funny. And the idea that they are not indiscriminately killing civilians is absurd. So they dropped 2,000-pound bombs in residential areas. America never dropped a bomb.
This really makes IDF look fucking scummy like they are.
In Iraq, and we did great damage in Iraq, 4 times larger. The area is the size of Las Vegas, and they've dropped 29,000 bombs, nearly half of which are unguided missiles. Then they shoot 3 hostages dead without even checking when they had a white flag and no shirt on at all. And if those 3 hostages were Palestinians instead of Israelis, no one would have even noticed, because now at this point...
This week has been so bad for Israel. Not only did they admit that they dropped dumb bombs, not precision bombs, but actually dumb bombs that could just cause so much collateral, but they killed 3 of their own Israeli soldiers. They shot their own mans. Hostages waving white flags. Israeli hostages waving white flags. Israel killed their own peeps, and they admitted it.
Fact. Hamas and what they did on October 7th was terrible, and they killed 846 civilians. The rest were soldiers. Now Israel has...
It's not even 846. They revised it down. Every day, every week, Israel gets exposed, but nobody cares.
Take the IDF numbers of saying that they kill of the 19,000 they killed is 5,000 they claim is Hamas. It's an absurd number, a total and utter lie, not backed up by any evidence. But even if you accepted it, that means Israel has now killed 16 times as many civilians as the terrorist group Hamas.
Here's the question.
So what does that make Israel?
Should Israel leave Hamas 80% intact? Is that good for anybody?
So, no. So now we get to the absurdity of what Israel says. We are going to stay there until all of Hamas is gone. How? How do we know if they're all gone? How do we know if they've surrendered? How do we know if the Palestinians have turned on Hamas? These are all impossible standards meant to eradicate Gaza entirely, and in fact, they've almost done it already. 90% of the people in Gaza are homeless. We're picking out the body parts of family members every single day in Gaza. It is one of the, and now even the New York Times and every human rights group acknowledges this is one of the worst massacres, the biggest war crimes committed in our lifetimes. America in 20 years in Afghanistan did not kill as many civilians
but should they leave
as Israel
Hamas,
has killed in 2 months.
But should they leave Hamas
So now
intact?
let me give you an answer. Let me give you a productive way to do this, how to drive Hamas out. You make a peace deal with the Palestinian Authority. That buys them the credibility to be able to say to the Palestinian people, we have delivered a state for you, the thing that we have been looking for our entire lives. And now, because we have delivered that for you, we are going to run Gaza. That can drive Hamas out in a way that is organic and driven by the Palestinians themselves. If you just try to murder as many civilians as possible in Gaza, that is not an answer for actually getting Hamas.
Yeah.
And by the way,
That's
the
true.
tunnels have shown that they do not affect the tunnels.
Okay.
So all they're doing is killing civilians.
Let me bring in Mosab Hassan, Yousef.
He's right.
Son of
He's
the
fucking right.
Hamas co-founders, of course, renounced that back in the 90s. You believe that Israel should finish the job. They should eradicate Hamas.
Sell out. This guy's a sellout.
Well, absolutely, because all the calling for a ceasefire is calling for surrender. They want
Son of a co-founder. Son traitor, yeah? Son of a co-founder. He's on the Israeli payroll.
to the terrorist savages and sit down at the table and negotiate with them. And this is absolutely rejected.
His dad probably found out he was gay. Absolutely, guys. Absolutely. And he's probably taking refuge somewhere. Where he lives will tell a lot about who he is.
To ever be done with Hamas? You know Hamas very well, obviously, through your father. Is there any deal to be done with a group like this now?
There is no deal with the devil. There is no deal with Hamas as long as they...
Look at him, shaitan in his eyes.
Against children, against civilians, and destabilize security in the entire region.
He's a mouthpiece.
If they get away with their crime and their crime,
he's got Benjamin Netanyahu's hand up his ass, but he loves hands up his ass. This guy, you can tell.
It's not just any crime; it's a genocide. If they get away with their crime, what will they do tomorrow? They have to be punished.
People's
and they
eyebrow.
have to be held accountable. All the calling for ceasefire, those are the people who want to give a lifeline to Hamas. And this is not acceptable.
Mosab, you tweeted on Friday something that many people found incendiary. You said, never trust anyone who identifies as a Muslim. They may appear as a harmless sheep when they are alone, but when they're in a pack, they will begin to show their tusks. I have zero respect for any individual who identifies as a Muslim, and I may consider the use of force when it comes to Islamists. What did you mean by that? Many people have said, well, why would you say that about, over 1 billion people?
Yeah, you can't take him seriously now.
Well, I don't care how many they are.
It's obvious he's not Muslim then. The son of the Hamas leader. It's obvious. Now it's so obvious now. You can't take him seriously.
Religious identity above the highest interest of humanity. I have no respect for these people. The majority of the Muslim people identified with Hamas, support Hamas.
Yeah, you're done. You're done.
How many Muslims out there who condemned Hamas genocide? Why? Is it because Jewish blood? This is...
Yeah, he's a mouthpiece. He's a sellout, traitor mouthpiece.
Hamas cover, I have
defect,
no
yeah.
for them. As long as I identify as Muslims, I have no respect for them.
But I've interviewed a number of Muslims on this show who do not support Hamas and have renounced them. Cenk himself came on the show before and immediately denounced what Hamas did on October the 7th.
I am dealing with a majority of Muslim countries, governments, an entire nation. Don't tell me about an
Uncle Tom.
individual here or there.
True, this is a true Uncle Tom right now. Uncle Davinder, whatever you want to call him. Uncle Hassan. True Uncle Tom of Browns.
We're talking about a majority of Muslim
Well, I'm
people
talking about. Well, I'm only saying that because
who fail to take their moral responsibility.
Understand,
they
but
fail
you
to take their moral responsibility because it's Jewish people.
I understand, but you did say literally every Muslim. You said don't trust anyone who identifies as a Muslim. That's all of them. And what I'm saying to you is I've interviewed many Muslims on the show who are not extremists.
It doesn't matter if he interviewed us or not. It's a stupid fucking statement.
But they still have the need for a religious identity, which is a false identity. Individuality is something else.
Yeah, he must have been gay. He must have been disowned by his dad for being gay or something.
They are above all national and religious identities. There is no need to pose as a Muslim in a critical time in the human history. This is the time to take moral responsibility. What's the point of
You cannot take this guy seriously.
While people threatening to erase an entire Jewish community. This is not acceptable. This is why I want the Muslim to stand and be clear.
Okay.
Up to this point, I haven't seen the Muslims taking a moral stand.
He is like the perfect Trojan horse. He's a perfect Trojan horse. Israel has their perfect Trojan horse, a brown-looking man, the son of a Hamas leader. No one could be more qualified than this. It's like ex-Muslims. They bring ex-Muslims on. Okay, he's saying Muslims need to do Muslim. He's washed. Fucking washed bringing this guy on.
Hamas. You know why? Because they are Muslims. Because they are Muslims against the Jewish people. And this is where I want the...
What about it being about Jews against Muslims? When Benjamin Netanyahu quoted the Bible. I'm talking about that.
Point where they need to stand firmly and say it doesn't matter if they are Jewish or Christians. A genocide is a genocide and is rejected. Hamas is rejected. I want to see this clearly. Then after that, I will have respect for the majority of the Muslim people.
Dude, move on, move on.
As they fail their moral responsibility, I have no respect for them.
Okay. You made your point very firmly there.
You know why no one interrupted? Usually people love to interrupt each other on Piers' show. Every single one. He's saying such stupid things right now that nobody even bothered to interrupt him. They let him dig his own grave.
A lot of emotions run very high with this, understandably. A lot of people have been killed on both sides. It's a horrific situation. You were in Israel on October the 7th. You've been back since. You've spoken to IDF soldiers. You've been to the kibbutzes that were attacked. I think one of your daughter's friends was killed. I mean, it's personal for you. You know, your father survived the Holocaust. What do you feel about all this?
I feel sad. To be honest, I feel sad. But I want to tell you something. I came to Israel a few days before. The atmosphere was very pastoral. My son is a musician. He's writing songs. By the way, he writes a song about the war that he called it Stopper. I say, why Stopper? I say, because for me, everything stopped in the 7th of October. And then I woke up on Saturday morning. My friend called me, said, you don't believe it. 23 people was murdered by the Hamas. I said, oh, and we started to watch the television. The day after, my wife decided that we will take our daughter Romy because she was working in the television. And you know, I don't know if you know, I think also you got all the videos, horrible videos. She didn't want to see it. On the way back, my daughter started to cry. I say, why? I say, we found a lie. Our friend, he was murdered in this party. The way, party for peace, not only by the Jewish people. So this is how I exposed to this situation. But I will tell you, it's a tragedy. It's a tragedy. All of this area is tragedy. I'm not a politician. I'm a football guy. But I live in this area. I have a lot of Muslim friends. I have a lot. And I want one thing to say. Two things. First, what would you do? What England would do if this massacre happened in England? What they would do? What they would do? They would be silent. And not just this. What they would do if the people that did it said publicly, we will do it again. And we will do it again. And they showed the videos. By the way, all the videos was published by them, was videos by them. Even the Nazis was hiding what they do. What do you do? Of course, you need to prevent the second time.
But are you comfortable, Avram, with the scale of the response by Israel? Do you feel comfortable now?
Yeah, they took the moral high ground away when they killed like thousands of children and women.
You see hostages being killed, you see women being killed outside churches, the Pope calling it terrorism, the President of the United States saying it's indiscriminate bombing and so on. Do you feel comfortable about this? Do you think that Israel should just carry on, or do you think they should have a pause?
I'm not a general of all things. I think one thing everybody knows, this Hamas don't need to be in this area. If the Hamas is not here, if the hostage was released, by the way, which hostages?
They shot your own hostages.
4 years old.
They shot their own hostages.
The people that was in the party. It's not the soldiers. They didn't fight. It's I don't remember in the history hostages like this. They need to release them immediately. They need to put the weapon down. One thing for sure, I can say to you.
Why would you release them? You're just going to shoot them again.
The hostages. And they put all their efforts instead to build tunnels, instead to make missiles, to the quality of the people. Gaza can be paradise. I can assure you.
You know what he's spitting? This whole they built tunnels instead of a utopia. He's been fed the Israeli brainwashing. They keep saying this, and it's like they heard it from somewhere. You know, when a bunch of people start repeating the same lines, it's like you know they got it from the brainwashing.
I think Israel should continue fighting until they get rid of Hamas completely. Or that could mean
I feel sorry for him, because he sounds like he read the script.
No,
he fell for the brainwashing.
6 weeks, I don't know. I think this is need to be the target of the free world and Israel to get rid of the Hamas. Because the Hamas, I'm one of the people that believe them, not believe the number. They say,
boogeyman.
We want to kill again. We want.
Yeah, they did. There's no question of that.
So you need to get rid of the Hamas. You need to get rid of how to do it. How to do it. I'm a football coach. I'm not
everyone talks about.
So why did they ask him on then?
The future looks like here. How do we get to peace?
I will tell you exactly. Not exactly. I will tell you my opinion. First, I have a lot of Muslim friends. By the way, I have friends in Gaza. My wife even did a program about family from Gaza. I have friends, all the Muslims around the world. They condemn what's happened. They don't like it. I don't agree with this guy. I agree with him that the Hamas is the devil, but not all the Muslims are like this. They didn't like what they do. I think the people in Gaza.
Yeah, you can't get rid of Hamas.
Government.
They keep popping up from the victims. If you create victims, you keep Hamas alive. That's the thing. They don't get it. Hamas are willing to trade hostages. They're willing to speak to you, but you gotta stop. You gotta stop bombing them. Like fucking 40 years.
I don't know. They need a leader that from them, leaders that take care of the quality of life. They need a leaders that will lead them to this. They need a leader that their target is not to hate. Their target is to build something. Their target is to do something, not to hate others. This they deserve the leader. One thing is for sure. You know the song of Martin Luther, the speech, I have a dream. I also have a dream. I have a dream that it will happen. I will tell you something.
I also have a dream.
The leader that I admire more than anybody, I think, is the number one leader on the.
Are you really doing this? If a white dude did this, if a white dude go onto the television, he goes, "You remember that speech? I have a dream from MLL, Martin Luther King. I also have a dream." They'd fuck him laughing out the building, because it's a Jew. They ain't gonna laugh him out the building.
Anwar Sadat was a guy that was the worst enemy of Israel. In 25 years, 4 wars. One of them, he started it, yes. They killed each other. Many people died. Many people got injured. And this guy decided to come to Israel, to the parliament, and say, I know I want a peace. And I will tell you something. In these days, to say, I'm going to Israel, it's more than Bin Laden will come to America. You know, And he came, and what's happened since then? 50 years, nobody died. It's a cold peace. I want the peace will be better. Nobody died. I'm expect that these leaders now in the region, and I agree with the son of the father, will take responsibility and they say, let's make Gaza paradise. You know that I try to do a project of football.
Yeah.
Pitches on the borders, and I will do it, by the way. Pitches between
Israelis playing Palestinians.
Yeah, and the people will come to Peter. I try to do this.
What's a football match gonna do?
I believe in this, but I expect this leader.
What's a football match gonna do when Israel's kicking fucking missiles into the goals, fam? Israel kicking missiles into the Palestinian goals.
Salman, maybe others. I expect the leaders to sit together and say, instead to give them money for tunnels, why they need the tunnels? Why didn't they make money to the quality of the people? Like Anwar Sadat came to Israel, very brave man. I expect them to do this. And I will tell you one thing.
I've got to go actually. I think you're right.
I will put all the leaders together that want peace, even from Iran, even from everybody that want peace and want to make a Gaza paradise,
make it happen.
They can make it. And
It was Jordan and Egypt that negotiated the ceasefire. Don't chat shit, fam. Trump has said. Everyone used to love Trump. What's going on? Trump said that Benjamin Netanyahu didn't want peace. Hamas wants peace. It was Jordan and Egypt that got the 4-day ceasefire to happen recently. It was thanks to Jordan and Egypt that the ceasefire happened. So yeah, maybe they don't take the Palestinians in. Why don't you take them, fam? Why don't you take them in, fam? You're Muslims. They're your Muslim brothers. Why don't you take them in? At least they negotiate a fucking ceasefire. The ceasefire. UN vetoed ceasefire. Israel doesn't want a fucking ceasefire, but they negotiate. Trump is saying Benjamin does not want two-state solution. He spoke to Hamas, and Hamas wanted to fucking parlay. And people still don't understand. How many people need to say this? Alex Jones saying 40 babies weren't beheaded. Trump saying that Benjamin don't want it. President Jimmy Carter saying Benjamin Netanyahu's never wanted a two-state solution. How many times do your own people have to tell you this? But nobody listens. We keep hearing Israel say the same thing over and over, like it matters. Fuck these people, man. This is why this is going to do so much damage to Jews. This is going to do so much irreparable damage to Jews. Anti-Semitism will finally be okay after this. It will finally, we already see it. We already see it. Look how much criticism the Jews are taking now in social media. They're taking criticism and no one's taking shit down. Harvard University doesn't want to emasculate people from saying this about the Jews. Harvard University doesn't want to emasculate people from saying stuff about the Jews because we don't buy it no more. You can't hide behind anti-Semitism no more. Jews rich, they'll be fine. Yep, guys are right. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. Jews, the son of the Hamas guy saying the Muslim nation needs to take a stand. Take a stand now. What about you? What about you, Jews? Jews, take a stand against Benjamin Netanyahu. Benjamin Netanyahu is against the Supreme Court in Israel. Take a stand against Benjamin so that the rule of law is restored in Israel. And he isn't fucking just ignoring the calls of the Supreme Court. Fuck this guy. Fuck these guys, man. You don't emasculate free speech. This is why I respect. A lot of people disrespect the woman that runs Harvard or wherever it is. I respect her. That's true free speech. You don't emasculate and silence people when their people are getting bombed. Nah. What is Zessa's Banglaland village chief meant to do? I honestly don't know. I don't know. I wonder what kind of food he's eating there. Like home cooked food, like his family food. The food that his family's cooking. That's got diarrhea. Yeah, that's got diarrhea. I mean, when I went to Pakistan, there was only one holiday trip that I went to that I got diarrhea. Really bad diarrhea. I've up until 15 years of age, we went at least 6 or 7 times to Pakistan. I only got diarrhea once. And my auntie always used to say, you boil the water here. you never know what's in it. So we boil the water here. They catching fish from the local river. Oh shit. Food is fine, it's the water, yeah. Or anything that is in contact with water. Yeah. The ocean fish that's not being boiled. That's fishing, like Vinland Saga. Even cups washed in tap water. Yeah. Yeah. It is the water. It's definitely the water. I think I might have had bad ice lolly or bad ice cream when I went to Pakistan. My aunt said, "Don't buy the ice cream around here because there's the water content. You know, sometimes ice cream has high water content. It's like gelato ice cream has a high cream content, so it's proper ice cream. But sometimes they mix ice cream with so much water, and they say don't have the ice creams around here. Yeah, no milkshakes, no water." She used to say, because she goes, "You're gonna get the shits." They're not. Even though they've got the walls fucking branding on it, they're not like to that standard. So yeah, because they manufacture it locally. So yeah. Yeah, only soda. Yeah, only canned, like pressurized soda. Even glass bottles. They love drinking soda from glass bottles, open bottles with the straw in it. They go, "Don't even go with that." But like in the city, it's fine. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, Toshi, Kaiser. Thank you guys for sticking around. I'll do the Burundi in the next Timmy one. Timmy and Burundi in the next stream. Burundi. Just when I stream next, just link me the Burundi one again, Kaiser, because I don't know how to find it. They're stuck in the villages though. Yeah, he's stuck in the villages. There's no choice. They can't source things from outside. You know what I mean? Glass bottle drink at proper restaurants. Yeah. Play video game. Nah, no point. No point. I'll probably go off and do my Alan Wake collectibles thing. So, take care, Toshi, Kaiser. Lurkers, peace out, man. I would just get an Airbnb. Yeah. Even if it meant traveling to your village. Being located centrally at an Airbnb, or at least somewhere where you got access to like better quality food, more variety, no hole in the ground. Yeah, take care, man.
From what I've gathered, you grew up nice and sheltered with mama's pretty stories and your own made-up fury. And mama gave me a magic clicker. Well, yes, I think it's true and fair to say. Come on in and listen, lost words you've been missing. All the fire you're bearing, the eye of the darkness, your light. So you were drawn to stories early on. My dreams would light up my imagination, and you had nightmares night and day. Yeah, but with the clicker I chased those frights away. Who knew?